Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Let's today talk about the HR interview tips and top 10 questions and probable answers for them. After clearing your online test and technical interview, you'll be called for a HR interview. HR interview is quite easy and a format of interview where they would like to assess your positive attitude, interest, and inquisitiveness and willingness to relocate in the sense your adaptability and your overall personality and aptitude. So let's look into some various aspects of HR interview and what are the questions frequently being asked and how to give a probable answer to these top 10 questions. On the day of an interview, you need to keep a checklist in handy and see that whether you are ready with that. Please keep your formals ready. Please have a good formal dress and keep it ready and have dark color trousers, a light color shirt and black leather shoes, neatly polished and well groomed appearance. Take care of your personal grooming and see that you have a shorter hair and well groomed appearance with neatly combed, grooming is very important, and because the way we appear matters a lot and need to demonstrate professionalism and decency when attending an interview. 3 years of professional success are our attitude, our accomplishments, and our appearance. Attitude is all about the way we behave, our values, and our beliefs, and the way we conduct ourselves. And grooming is all about our appearance. Appearance is all about our grooming, personal grooming, and etiquette we follow. Accomplishments are all about your achievements and your accomplishments and all your accolades, what you have earned through your academic career so far. These three are very, very critical and very, very important. So you need to approach HR interview with confidence and positive attitude, and that is very, very critical and important being observed. Research the company details, past and present, and see that what's the company you are attending it and what is its standing, and please Google it and have a certain understanding and information about the company and its past history, when it started, who are the people, and the present market capitalization position and the people who are handling it, and the technology is being used and so on. Analyze the job description and job your designation being interviewed for, and analyze what is the JDJP. We call it job description, job plan. Job description is a description of the job, the position, the role you're being applied for and you're being interviewed for, and what is the requirement and what are the essential and desirable qualifications being asked from the candidates. Is a document, rather is what is called the JD, job description. Is very, very important and critical. And take multiple copies of your resume and read your resume twice and thrice and be ready. See each and every word you put in. You should be comfortable and confident in answering the questions related to your resume. Most of the questions may stem from your resume. Resume is a term we use for freshers, and CV, curriculum vitae, is the term we use for experienced people. And practice frequently asked questions and what to ask at the interviewer at the end of it. So please practice the top 10, top 20 questions being asked, and important that you need to rehearse and but you should not by heart, but rehearse and see that till you get a comfort level. And also please practice a couple of questions you need to ask at the end of the interview, which is very critical. Never skip that opportunity. Please ask. Let's see what they are in the subsequent slides. Calm down and leave early and reach before time. It's very important. You need to calm down, pull your nerves, and take a deep breath, have a glass of water, and reach the interview venue on time, rather before time, 15-20 minutes before the time, and relax, take a deep breath, and then get ready for the interview. That's very, very important. And what are the common HR interview questions for freshers and how to answer? That's the context, friends, today. And friends, interview is a conversation, is an opportunity of interacting with the candidate by an interviewer. Interviewee is the candidate who is attending the interview. Interviewer is the person, the professional who is interviewing you. It's very, very important. Interview is a process of assessing the suitability of a candidate for a given role or given position. So they would like to see that whether you are suitable for the position for the organization. You have the required skills and you have the required attitude, required competencies, required capability. Are you the best fitment for the culture, the environment of the company or not, is what actually is being assessed. So interview is a conversation, so you can feel free and be comfortable, and it's a process of assessing the suitability of a candidate for the given position and given role. So prepare accordingly and then face the interview with strong confidence. First question, tell me about yourself. This is the very important standard question being asked to keep you, to make you feel comfortable and to make you speak. A, to assess your communication skills, and B, what's so important for you about yourself, and see, most of us are very enthusiastic about talking about ourselves. Though therefore, interviewer wants to see that that what is that you are proud of it, what is that actually you are excited to talk about yourself. Number two, it also is an opportunity for them to assess your communication skills. Therefore, start with your name and your place you have come from and the education in brief, and the class plus 2 and your UG, the graduation, in talk in brief, and then your projects and what projects you have undertaken, you have done in your graduation program, a mini project or major project in the third or final year of, say, if you are an engineering graduate, and the key learnings, technologies being used in the project, and the team size, if you have worked with 2 to 3 people, and technologies being used, and the key learnings. If there any failures or mistakes happened in the project, what are they, and what did you learn from that? Friends, please understand that it's okay to have failures, okay to commit mistakes, but we need to come out with the rigor and rectify it and see whether you learn from it, and develop the wisdom and the vision of not repeating those mistakes. It's very important. So the various questions related to the project, and you need to be, briefly you can talk about it, and family details in short, say that what's your father, mother and your siblings, and what their profession, very briefly about them, and your strengths and talents, what do you feel proud of, what are your core competencies. Your strengths are called your core competencies, and your accomplishments and your achievements and your talents you feel very proud of, and your career aspirations, your short-term and long-term career aspirations, to demonstrate that you are an ambitious person is very important. So these are the 6 or 7 aspects you need to keep in mind while talking about yourself. For the first question, tell me about yourself. It's quite simple, and it all should not take more than 1.5 to 2 minutes maximum. Of course, I mean, if they require additional information, the interviewer will ask you, but please don't take more than 1.5 minutes is good enough actually to cover all this in brief, isn't it? So that's very next. Let's see the second question. Why do you want to work in our company? Is another regular question. Let's say that this is an opportunity for you to tell them about your skills and your knowledge. So knowledge of the company, like its your skills and knowledge of the company, that your know-how about the company, like its size, its market reputation and establishment, and its growth, and the company, briefly about the vision of the company, and how the company's directions and technologies being used, and how you are excited and enthusiastic and inquisitive about associating yourself with such a growing global giant. It's very important. What motivates you to work for the company? Relate its knowledge to your long-term goal. See that how and why you would like to form a long-term career and aspire to form a long-term career with such a global organization, with using multiple technologies, and provide opportunities for learning and growth. How can you add value to the company? It's very important. Why do you want to work in the company? You need to definitely say that you would like to, you have your own skills and your knowledge, and though you're a fresher, you have skills and knowledge, and you have acquired through your education, you acquired through implant training or in the apprenticeship, or acquired by undertaking a good project. So you can say that how you can, with all your skills, how you can add value to the company's growth in the process, while contributing to the growth of the company in the process, how you'd like to attain career growth. It's a realistic expectation, and it's good, and they buy it and they appreciate. That could be your probable answer covering these points. What are your strengths? Strengths, what are your core competencies? Can cover mostly about your behavioral and soft skills, softer skills related strengths. Also, you can touch upon one or two your technical core, technical strengths also, your core skills also. So you might say some of the examples here are you are a good organizer and you are a hardworking person, you are very honest and quick learner, you are flexible, adaptable to the situation, adaptable to the places, adaptable to the new location, new technology, new time zones, and new environment, new country, new regions in a global sphere, isn't it? So you're optimistic and always positive thinker and optimistic and positive-minded person, and your decision making, your problem-solving skills, and your persistence all about your continuing till you achieve success, and your follow-up, and your communication, and your self-motivation, and don't look for anyone to motivate you. You are a self-motivator. It's very important. Organizations, global organizations, look for a self-motivator. That's why that should be your important strength, and that's very, very critical. And your core technical skills, like you are a good programmer, developer, coder in say Python, Java, or .NET, or whatever the technology you're talking about. Say whatever your strengths are in full sentence. Don't give one word answer. Please say in full strength. And your strengths should demonstrate the value add and the strengths that are very important and critical for the company. Very important. So there are some of the terms, rather the strengths you can mention, and there could be others probably you can probably think over depending upon your skills and knowledge you have. Talk about what are your weaknesses. Weaknesses, it's very tricky thing, and in case there is a question that way, they would like to see that what is it which actually should not be a very serious weakness which will have an impediment or which will act as a roadblock for the role or for the job for that particular position, but you give a generic weakness which can be easily improved, and which you notice, so that you know that you are self-aware, you know your realistic weakness, and the area for improvement, and and you are taking already, you are in the process of taking action, remedial action to come out of that weakness. And weakness is, of course, weakness can be put it as area for improvement. So that is why actually you look at your weakness as an area for improvement. Some of the examples for your weakness could be you are a sensitive person, you are impatient in some aspects of it, and you are nervous when talking to strangers, and to speak lie is difficult for you in some of the sales roles and all, and it's difficult, and I can say that you are very candid and you are more talkative, and you'd like to see that you need to give an opportunity in the conversation for us to speak, and see that you give a vital information, and engage in a very meaningful conversation, and curtail it, and so isn't it? So very important. Being more talkative is a bit of a weakness, and then you are taking measures to come out of it, and it's an area for improvement for you, and you are already in the process of taking measures to come out of it. Trust people too quickly, you can't say no in such situations, and you already have prioritized 5 tasks per day, and if your colleague gives you a 6th task, and you are really shy or rather hesitant to say no, and you accept it and you suffocate, and that will hamper your important task of the day, and that then you will end up not doing your important task. So your ability to, you cannot say no. Your ability to not saying no is also could be a weakness. But see that you can say that you are assertive, you are becoming assertive, and you are learning to say no by giving a rationale, by giving reasons to your colleagues and friends, and therefore you are taking certain action, and to come out of this area for weakness, and you are taking certain measures, steps to come out of this. That they would like to see that whether you are self-aware, and we all have weaknesses. Nobody is devoid of weakness. Is very important, and that weakness should not be a very serious one which will actually act as an impediment for your job and role, but a generic weakness like this, which actually you can easily overcome through your practice and a conscious effort. That's what actually, and for that you already should take action in steps and to measures to come out of it. Too quick decision making, and without taking thinking, gathering data, rationale, reasons, At times, if you take a quick decision without considering various facts and figures and rational data, then it will be detrimental, right? It's not really ideal situation. Therefore, that could be another area for improvement. So, lazy about which I'm not interested. So, say that why not interested? What could be the for all these strengths or weaknesses or anything, whatever you are quoting, and there might be a further leading question. Say that can you give an example and can you give me what are the measures you are taking to come out of it? So please be ready with that example. Tell me what you know about the company is another question, friends. Say that study about the company in detail and technology focus of the company, what are the current emerging technologies that are used by the company, know the names of the owners and the founders and the partners, research about the company current issues, update your knowledge about their services and products and competitors. Where do you get this information? If you know you have a friend working in the company, you can ask him or her, or you can research through their website or annual reports, or then the media coverage and so on, certain articles and certain market research analytical services and analytical sources like Gartner, Forrester, IDC, metadata, and that kind of a websites also gives information about the company. That's very important. So please know about the company, and that knowledge will become handy for you to answer the question. Tell me what you know about this company. You need to definitely know and research about the company before going to it. Next question: why should I hire you? For this question, you say that you share your skills and your knowledge and your core competencies, capabilities, and core competencies which match with the job description, isn't it? Look for a software engineer with say Java programming skills and a bit of knowledge on C, C++, and a good team player, good leadership skills, and good communication skills. You already have it, and so work on it and say that how your work and internship experience also adds value and gives you the required knowledge, skills related to the job which are asked in the JD job description. And your career goal, your long-term career goal is to work in the technologies and grow with a global giant, and that offers opportunities for learning and growth, and therefore you are aiming to work for the company, and your differentiators, in what way you are different from other candidates waiting outside the interview room. Say that in what way you are different, what are the additional skills and competencies you have, and you have any extra certifications, and you have anything related, that all again related to JD, and that's very, very critical and important, or related to your hard skills and soft skills. Related to hard skills, that are your technology domain skills, soft skills related to your behavioral and personality skills are very critical and important. It differentiates is very important. You need to be different from others, and you need to have a differentiator, and these skills, especially your life skills, will act as your differentiator. Please work on them. How you can add value through these skills, how you can add value for the growth and development of the company, and your enthusiasm, aspiration, your motivation to contribute to the growth of the company, and in the process you would like to advance in your career. Very important. While contributing to the growth of the company, I would like to grow along with the company, which is a realistic expectation, and your HR, your interviewer will feel happy about it. Next, tell me us about your project and what did you learn from it. As I said, project is a very, very important questions you need to prepare for your projects, and explain about your project title and the objective with which you have started the project, and at the end you see that you met the realistic objective you started for the project, your team size, technology and methodology, research methodology you used for the project, and what technology you used, and what programming languages you used, and scope for your project for further research. If your project which is done for 3 months or 6 months, and if there is scope for further extending it in a good research program, and where you can obtain your PhD, MPhil, PhD, such kind of additional degrees, and key learnings from the project, and what did you learn from by virtue of doing the project. They would like to know, isn't it? Interview is all about see that your enthusiasm, your learning spirit, your attitude and aspirations, and your communication skills, and overall your ability and your adaptability, your learnability, all the things being assessed in a HR interview. And any failures or any mistakes being committed in the project are okay, but how did you rectify it, and what did you learn from your failures and mistakes in the project? That's a key takeaway. That's very, very important. And so All the 5-6 questions you'll be ready to explain about the project. Please do your project sincerely, honestly, and on your own, and work on it, and get prepared for this 5-6 aspects of your project work, and then you need to do that. And project should be close to your heart. It's like your baby, and so please, there could be many questions on your project work. Then what do what do your professors say about you? If inquire with your teacher, your professor in your college, your institution, what kind of feedback they offer about you. They say that I've been a bright student and consistently, and I've been regular, bright, disciplined, and my professors appreciate my discipline, knowledge, and initiative to learn new things, new skills. And my learnability, I'm inquisitive, I'm willing to learn certain new things. I'm a quick learner, I'm quite adaptable, and my process would watch for my conduct and skills, technical skills and soft skills, and my process give a very positive feedback about me, sir. So be confident in saying that, and I'd like to see your confidence beaming in your face, and then by our answer is very important. So therefore your process will give a very positive and very appreciative feedback. Talk about what are your career goals. They might also ask, where do you see yourself in the next 5 questions? Career goals meaning your short term, long term. Mention your short term goal is to get placed and get associated with get a job, get placed in a reputed company, like the company you are attending the interview in the context. May give a specific industry, sector and name, and like IT core or non-IT, construction industry, whatever the industry core or whatever. Long-term career goal to be in a leadership position, to be in a respectable leadership position in a leading global multinational company, leading global organization, leveraging your skills and vast experience, so that by then you will be in a position to mentor, guide, groom, and train your youngsters and your team members, and then you will reach a respectable senior leadership position, leveraging your experience, where you are already a leader in the organization in long term, isn't it? That's very, very important. Short term goal is to get placed and get a good job in a multinational company. Long term goal is to occupy a leadership position where, using your skills and experience and knowledge, you would like to add further value by grooming, mentoring your team members for the growth of the organization. Very important. Do you have any questions to ask me? It's very important and pertinent fundamental question. 99.99% they definitely ask these questions, and don't miss the opportunity. And some students some candidates just skip it and say that no, and they go away, and that shows a lack of interest in the position or organization, and not very ambitious in nature. So please don't miss the opportunity. First you say that express thanks for giving the opportunity of asking a question. Then you can ask a certain intelligent and a certain realistic and honest questions on new emerging technologies being used in the company, new learning opportunities for the freshers like you who join the company, what kind of learning opportunities, training opportunities they provide, and job timings and job location, and definitely you can safe to ask. Career growth opportunity, join as a fresher, what could be your career plan, career growth roadmap, career growth steps, in how fast I can grow, say in the 5 to 6 years, where I would be. Would like to become a project leader, project manager, program manager. I would like, would I have an opportunity of becoming a head of a business unit, or maybe a vice president or director, or MD or a CEO of the company. Of course, 10 to 15 years time, it's possible. Definitely, we have examples in IT, especially Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella started their careers in the respective companies. Sundar Pichai in Google, and Satya Nadella in Microsoft, and 15-16 years after joining, they have become CEOs of the respective companies, which is possible. All these global organizations respect meritocracy, and they give you tremendous amount of opportunities, and provided we bring value to the table, and you are a star performer, isn't it? So it's very important. Your career growth opportunities, and there are opportunities to grow every year on year and get promotions, and by adding value and being a star performer in the organization. Your company growth plans, sir, what are your company growth plans? It's also an interesting and realistic question you can ask. So where the company wants to go and all, we'd like to know, and because you want to get associated with that, and we'd like to know, and where the company takes you in the plan, growth plan. Training period and expectation. What would be the initial training period and what are the expectations from the freshers like you? Before joining, you'd like to learn something, you have to learn something new and before joining and all that. Support for certifications. Most of the global organizations will provide support with the certifications and further education programs by reimbursing the certification fee, by reimbursing the tuition fee, and they encourage you to acquire certifications and enhance your skills and knowledge, and therefore that skills and knowledge obviously you are going to use for the company that really adds a huge value to the company again. Therefore they take care, they support, they encourage, and they reimburse the investment, rather investment in your own self development you are putting in acquiring the certifications and further education, and all most of the organizations will support it and reimburse the investment you have made. Transport facility available for commuting for the employees, you can safely ask, but kindly never ask about salary. Never ask about your salary structure, emoluments, benefits, and all that. Please don't ask. As a fresher, the salary and all you already must be knowing from your college TPO, training and placement officer. You must be knowing about the organizers of the interview, and you must be knowing from the advertisement, online or offline, or the paper, or on the net, on their websites. So you are already aware. So please never ask about salary, and definitely there'll be a fixed salary for a position, and asking about salary and all is doesn't go well with the HR, and therefore that is, should not ask about the salary. And so there are some of the questions, top 10 questions and probable answers and pointers you need to keep in mind while handling the HR related questions in a typical interview of any organization for that matter. So prepare well, do well, and keep these questions in mind, keep these pointers in mind, and then I'm sure you'll attain success. Wish you all the best, and thank you and take care, and bye-bye.